David, since the first press conference there have been threats and counter-threats from promoters and governing bodies. How concerned have you been that the fight might be called off?
Not concerned one bit, to be honest. That's completely out of my control. All I've got to do is focus on the fight. Who sanctions it, who governs it is irrelevant. There's going to be a boxing ring and there's going to be Dereck Chisora across the ring trying to knock me out. If I concentrate on anything other than that, it's going to take away from my performance. So I believe the fight's destined to happen. All the paperwork seems to be stacking up. My lawyers looked through it countless times and he's very happy that I'm not breaking any rules. So as long as that is the case, the fight will be, it's an official fight, it'll be on my record. There's going to be other world title fights on the show. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going out there and applying my trade.
And we know controversy sells. We've only got to look at what's happened to the tickets for this fight. But at what point does short-term gain for those of you involved not matter as much as the long-term damage potentially to the sport as a whole?
I don't know what type of long-term damage can be done. As long as people are watching boxing, it's out there, it's in the papers, people are aware of it, people are buying tickets, people realise it's a way to earn a living.
The perception is that you're being rewarded for the brawl.
I'm not being rewarded for the brawl. Mate, he's being rewarded for the brawl. I was at a press conference. This guy came over to attack me, so I defended myself. So I did what I believe any man in charge should do if they're confronted by someone who's got a consistent history of attacking people when he gets close to them. So I don't believe I believe that he's being rewarded for acting like an idiot. He's bit people before. He's been convicted of beating up his missus. He's done so many different things. A real long police record, and I believe he's being rewarded. I don't believe he deserves a payday, but fortunately for him, enough people want to see him get beat up, and 30,000 people have already bought tickets to watch it. There'll be so many people around the world who want to see this fight, and you're right, but controversy does sell, and there's nothing really I or anyone can do in the short term to change that. It's the way the world goes around. In all sports, in all entertainment, and people want to see the unexpected. They want to see something different. Two guys, we could be best friends. I guarantee if we were real pally with each other, no one would be interested in this fight. People predominantly want to see a fight where two people genuinely dislike each other and they genuinely want to hurt each other. And people feel that way for this fight, and they're pretty right.
For all that, today's events seem to have been more mellow than they have been in the past. Is it at some stage you've just got to conserve your energy?
Yeah, I think right at the minute we're both probably right in the middle of our training. I know I trained earlier on today. I've got another training session later. I've got to right conserve my energy. I could be screaming and shouting, but that's energy I need for the gym. So I'm too tired probably right now to be screaming and shouting and flipping over tables and trying to break through barriers to get to him. The fight's already sold. I've just got to do my job, which is to be in the best physical condition I can be, and go out there and apply my trade best I can. And I'm positive that Dereck Chisora doesn't possess any skill set that I haven't seen before. He doesn't have any one particular strength that I haven't encountered in the past and defeated. You can take a shot, but I've fought a lot of people who could take shots, and every single one of them have ended up on their backside.
So you used the phrase today, questioning whether you'd have the agility to stay away for 12 rounds, which suggests he might think he can get to you late on.
He can think what he wants. I've got a 90% knockout ratio for punching people in the face for dancing around being agile. Look at his record. Who has he ever knocked out of any note? What young prime fighters has he knocked out? What unbeaten fighters has he knocked out? Not very many. So he's got to have a look at himself. If he believes that beating, I don't know who's his best win. Has he beaten anyone as good as Audley Harrison? Audley Harrison was a European champion, Olympic gold medalist. Has he beaten anybody of Audley Harrison's calibre? I've looked for his record. I haven't seen anybody. But maybe he should put that spotlight back on himself and actually have a genuine look for his record and try and pick out someone or pick out a performance where he thinks that's good enough to beat me. So I've never seen anything remotely close to him doing anything that could cause me any type of worries whatsoever.
And you were heavily criticised last time out for your performance against Vladimir Klitschko. Do you feel that you're on a mission of redemption this time around?
You can never redeem a whole performance, but this time round you'll see me firing on all cylinders. This time round you get to see me fighting someone who comes to engage in battle, who's going to come out there and have a go. You know, Vladimir is very defensive, he's very awkward, it's a very tactical battle. This one will be more of a brawl. This guy will come out there and throw leather, and that gives me the opportunities to land my trademark haymaker. It's very difficult to land on someone when they're so tall and trying to get away from you the whole time. So I definitely feel this fight will show me in my best possible light.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
David, Dereck truly believes that you're not putting the work in the gym, not doing the running that's required. What do you make of that?
Think what he wants. I've never been a big one for running. It's never been really my thing, and it hasn't stopped me winning world titles. He's done loads of running and he lost his last 3 title fights. Maybe he should try and do what I do.
You're anticipating not an easy fight, but maybe a straightforward one. Is there anything in you that thinks perhaps that you haven't? Is there any complacency whatsoever on your part, do you feel?
No, I know what Dereck does best. I know why he's been sort of remotely effective in the past. But I know the reason why he's lost his last 3 title fights, and it's not because he's fantastic and he's very fast and got a great skill set.
When it comes to bringing out the best in you, in other boxers especially, they say that they need a real challenge, to get 110%. Do you feel that you've got that here? Do you feel that you've got that motivation?
I hope so. I hope he doesn't come out. What I want to see across the ring is, I want to see a 6-pack on him across the ring. I want to see him looking lean and mean. I don't want to see him with his gut hanging over his shorts like he normally does. I want to see him looking ripped. I want to see him looking, I think okay, because then you might get a few rounds. But if he comes out looking like that little podgy fella that he normally does, it could be pretty brutal pretty quick.
On a word on the kind of legality of it and the board's threat to ban people and stuff. How seriously?
They've withdrawn that. They withdrew that threat.
How seriously have you taken the criticism of this fight? How seriously have you taken it personally?
Oh, why should I take it anyway?
Just doesn't register with you.
Why should it register to me? Why would it?
Do you not see what the criticism is? Does it not register? I mean, a lot of people are against
what is the criticism?
Well, people are saying that this is the fight, first of all, is not sanctioned by the board.
So it is sanctioned by the Luxembourg Boxing Federation.
The British board, and it was directly going against their will.
They told him to get a licence somewhere else. They gave his licence back and said he's free to get it somewhere else, and he did.
So in no way you see what the challenge is, the standard set by the board. That doesn't register with you at all.
What?
This fight was not sanctioned by the British Boxing Board.
It's sanctioned by another government. It's different. There's more than one. It's more than one government.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's not, and that's why the criticism by some.
Who?
A lot's in the press, and I'm sure you've read it. That this fight, there are people against this fight.
Against it in what way?
They're against this fight taking place. David, this is not what I feel. I'm putting it to you that this is an argument from a lot of people.
People are against frigging mixed marriages. People are against gays. People are against loads of things. I don't have to acknowledge everybody who's against something. I'm a professional boxer, playing my trade, and I'm not breaking any rules. That's it.
Can we ask you about the fact that a lot of people, like you were saying just now, that the fact you obviously both don't like each other has given kind of wind to the fight, and it's caught the sails. Do you think there is, we've asked Dereck over and over again, is there an element in this that when you guys get to the ring, both before and afterwards, the weigh and all those aspects to it, and afterwards, that you behave physically with each other? Because there is the sport as well as the business, and the sport must not be brought into disrepute.
I can guarantee, as long as there are people around to stop him attacking me, I'll be good as gold. I always have been. I've never attacked, I've never pushed or shoved an opponent, I've never spat at anyone, never slapped anybody, I've never bit an opponent. I've never done any of those things. I've always been there, gone to press conferences, I'll get in someone's face, I'll give them some verbal, but that's it. I'll never crossed that line. And the only,
was Munich self-defence then?
Yeah, of course it was. You saw that. I didn't walk over to him. I was standing in the same place. He's the one who walked. It's like me walking over to someone who said, "I'm gonna give you 2 slaps. Walk down here, all over to them." What do you expect to happen? especially if someone tells you they're going to give you 2 slaps, and you've seen them 24 hours before that spit in someone's face and slap someone, why would I think that he was lying or bluffing?
Do you hope the sport of boxing at the end of this comes out with a clean bill?
Yeah, but you know, boxing is always. When has boxing ever had a clean bill of health? There's always something happening somewhere that gives boxing another black eye. You know, boxing's constantly got a black eye. I don't know ever a time when it's had nice, clear, smooth skin. And that's why people tune into it. Not because it's a real nice, loving sport with 2 guys who genuinely like each other, go out there and show a skill set against each other. People want to see Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. They want to see Fraser Ali. They want to see Tyson versus anyone. You know, people want to see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. People want to see Haye Chisora because we want to fight each other. We've shown that we want to fight each other because we already had a fight already. None of us got paid for it. You know, he actually lost a load of dough from that effort. So people want to see a fight with 2 guys who genuinely want to beat each other up.
And it's a genuine heavyweight title fight, not a freak show, yeah?
Yeah, it's not a freak show. If I was fighting Andre the Giant, that'd be a freak show. You know, we're both boxers. You know, I don't believe it's a freak show. I believe it's more of a novel. It's a bit of a novelty fight, as you know, Dereck's come off 3 title defeats. You know, but then again, it's not a world title fight. You know, so I'm gonna go out there and do what I do. You know, I know Dereck's. He's always, when he gets to the ring, he always gives a good account of himself. But it takes a lot more than giving a good account of yourself to beat me. That's for sure. A lot of people have tried that and failed miserably.
David, when you put the Klitschko's and value up before, you sort of caught a lot of the media attention. You was the outspoken one. You had your T-shirts that caused a lot of controversy. With Dereck, obviously he's bringing his own sort of side to it. He's got his own voice. Has that made anything any different for you? Has it been a bit changed?
It's been a change, not having to hype a fight up. You know, having someone else who can get headlines. You know, the fact that I punched him in the face in Germany, you know, made him an instant, overnight, you know, household name.
Do you think maybe he's learned from you in the way that you sort of made him?
He probably learned to move his head a little bit when you get in someone's face. You know, I don't know what was going on the guy's mind, but he's probably happy with what happened. You know, although he got humiliated out there, here we go. He's getting a payday. I don't know what he's getting for the fight. He might get £1 million or whatever it is. You know, good luck to him. You know.
We've seen what he's willing to do in weigh-ins to unsettle opponents. Do you expect anything like that to happen?
I'm not going to let him get that close to me. You know, he saw all the security around me, and his mind automatically thought I was trying to protect myself from him. He didn't realise it's the other way around. You know, didn't you see what happened in Germany? You know, if I'd have had these guys with me in Germany, that whole altercation wouldn't have happened because they would have stopped him getting to me. But they didn't. No one was there. I was on my own, and I had to kick his ass. And it will happen again July 14th.
Have you insisted on that till the bell goes then?
Yeah, I said I don't want him anywhere near me. Yeah. Frank Warren's guaranteed my safety. So he's contractually guaranteed my safety.
Till the bell goes?
Till the bell goes, yeah, obviously. Then I'm on my own.
David, if you hadn't struck Dereck in Germany, what do you think Dereck would have done?
He'd be working in Halfords. So we're doing. Yeah, if I wouldn't have struck him, then he'd be just another guy who's lost 3 title fights in a spin.
Would you have fought him if that hadn't happened? If you hadn't been covered?
Nobody would want to see the fight. No way. I didn't want to fight him after that altercation happened. To be honest, I had no interest in fighting him. It was only public demand that made the fight happen. Not because he's got anything that I want. He's lost his last 3 title fights. He has absolutely nothing, other than just a bit of satisfaction I'll get from beating up again. He's got nothing. He comes to the table empty-handed.
David, have you got any kind of thoughts on what you might be doing after this fight? Obviously, Vitali's announced.
Going to party. Yeah, going to. Yeah. Vitali's fighting some guy I've never heard of. I don't think the guy actually heard of him himself. You know, so I think he's going to get into politics. You know, right. He was making all the right noises before the fight, saying, "Okay, you fight Dereck Chisora, the winner fights me." Well, okay, then that was another incentive to make the fight happen. The public demand and Vitali and Bernd Bunter saying, you know, you 2 fight and we fight the winner. Okay, that'd be interesting because when I blast out Dereck Chisora, that's an automatic comparison people can make with Vitali. So I thought, okay, it makes sense. Keep me in shape over the summer, so we'll fight him in September, but obviously they're now the Klitschkos are now using the fact that I'm fighting Dereck Chisora as a reason why not to fight me, even though that was their idea in the first place.
So is that one dead in the water? Do you
He's
think?
fighting someone else, and then he says he's retiring. So yeah, probably.
How about?
Pardon?
Do you believe that he's retiring?
I don't believe anything they say anymore. They say so many different things.
So you've not given up hope on beating him?
I've kind of given up hope. The fact that, you know, if someone says, okay, you fight him and I'll fight the winner. I think, okay, cool. You book the fight to fight him, and then they say, oh no, it's a shambles. You shouldn't do it. Okay, I'm not wasting any time or energy on it anymore. I'm just focusing on Dereck Chisora wants to fight me. He genuinely wants to fight me. So I'd rather focus on that.
And how about Vladimir?
Vladimir's beat me already. He's said so many times he's got no interest in fighting me. Even though he earned more money in that fight than any other fight before, and it was his biggest fight ever he's ever had, he doesn't want to do it again. So fair enough. He doesn't have to fight me again. He's beat me right fair and square. So
But with that in mind, would that make this it then? Would this be the last fight?
I don't know. I'm just focusing on this fight. You know, things in boxing change real quick. Particularly if I go out there and blast out Dereck Chisora in a couple of rounds. That might cause a bit of a few raised eyebrows to think, hold up, I wonder how David would get on with Vitaly now that he's fully healthy and, you know, he's firing all cylinders again. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
How's training going, David? Are you
Yeah,
training
good.
same as you did against
Same
Vladimir?
same as normal. Train hard always. You know, I was training hard before this fight was announced. You know, you could see in the press conference that I was press conference in Germany. I was in shape. You know, always ready to rumble.
And what do you make of other heavyweight prospects coming up, British heavyweight prospects?
There's a lot of good guys out there. You know, on the world scene as well. You know, in America you got Devontae Wilder, you got Seth Mitchell, both good young guys coming through, and obviously here you got David Price, very good guy I've used for sparring a lot of times. He's very sharp, very crisp. Obviously, I think him and Tyson Fury have got a score to settle. So, you know, I think there's some good guys out there in the world. The heavyweight division is looking good. So when the Klitschkos do retire, I think there'll be some good scraps out there.
Are you back for good? So after you blast that show, like you say,
the only reason I'm taking this fight was supposedly to get a Klitschko fight. That was it. They said fight Dereck Chisora and then fight the winner. Then Vitaly fight the winner, but now he's not. So since I've already scheduled this fight, I'm going to pull out this fight. We're just going to go through and have, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just focused on this fight and that's it.
So the Hollywood career just on pause for the moment.
Yeah, for a few more months, and we'll take it from there. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Are you staying indoors a lot in the build up to this fight, in case you might go out and bump into Dereck in a bar and club?
No, I'm not changing my movements. Yeah. I've already bumped into already and came out the victor that time round. I don't think he's got anything up his sleeve for me.
And how would you describe how he's looking at the moment?
He's looking trim, I have to say. I was actually quite surprised. His face looked quite chiselled. Normally he's got a big fat round head, but this time round he actually looks quite good. So I was, must be doing something right. Must be staying out at McDonald's and eating some healthy food for once.
See Adam Booth, is he slaughtering you in training to get back for hitting him with a tripod?
A little bit. He always slaughters me anyway, so nothing personal.
And have you had a chance to watch the Klitschko movie yet?
No. I've been sleeping well at the moment. If I struggle, if I get insomnia, I might put it on and see how it helps.
Okay. And this fight, would you say this fight will finally live up to the hype? You had a couple of disappointing
fights.
I
hope so. You know, Derek's coming to fight. He's coming to win. So he'll give me plenty to hit, plenty to punch at. So I'm looking forward to it.
Can we expect several rounds? Do you reckon?
I hope so. You know, I'd hate to blast him out in one round.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know. I'd torture him for a while, punish him, drag it out.
And with Ruben in LA with Amir Khan, who's cooking all your organic food at the moment?
Bobby Rich, he's been helping me out with my organic stuff. We're getting the same produce from same place, and I think Amir Khan should be firing on all cylinders now that he's got Ruben on board, helping him out with his diet and making him an organic punching machine.
Awesome. After your antics in Munich, we wondered if you would ever develop your own self-defense style. Hey, can do.
Yeah, I might do. I like that. I'll write that down. Definitely. Yeah. Strike first.
Good luck.
What's going on, man? How are you? You good?